I have to confess something. The elf face is growing on me. I know I said multiple times that I despise the elf faces, but I just did such a good job. So really, it's myself that I'm happy about, not so much the face. But yeah, and just in time for the new, supposedly updated character models, which we will be getting with, I believe, the expansion or with some update in 2017. I very seriously doubt that I will apply new models if there's an option to keep the old ones, especially on my main, because this is a family member to me as far as I'm concerned. And, you don't want to see your family member when they come home after having their entire face rearranged. It just doesn't feel the same. So, no, I won't be participating in the new Avatar program. Anyway, welcome back. We are back in Middle Earth, back with Garrelad the Elf and Beast. Today, as we've learned by now, when Beast is here, that means we're not doing anything particularly dangerous. Uh, well, hopefully, anyway. We have to go and do some mining. We are really short on our. What is it? Oh, wrong key. Oh, what am I doing? What's the key? Here we are. Our jeweling and our prospecting, we have a long way to go. And our questing is taking us across the line into the territory of the next tier of ore. So, I want to go and do a bit of backtracking. We're going to head back to Bree-land, and we're going to do some mining, basically. And whatever else we happen to get ourselves into along the way. See, already this is adventurous, because now I have to find a way to get down without... Oh, well, okay. It's never boring. Garrelad's adventures are never boring. And by never, I mean probably perpetually boring, to be honest. Up. Sheep. Sheep tactics. Where are you, a burglar? Beast, you just don't have the power that Lily has. You just can't quite... Oh. That was pretty good. It's definitely more satisfying to watch Beast fight than to watch Lily fight. There's something about his little... like that. Just swipe him in the ass, and he's down. Alright. No more ore. We're going to take the pass, by the way, the Midgewater Pass, to get back into Bree-land. I want to go at it sort of from here. I'm not sure. I think once we hit Chetwood, we're going to start getting the ore that we don't need, so we may have to venture back south, but... Oh. Gotta watch that mini-map. I'm sure the careful observer has probably seen me pass a lot of ore during these last few sessions, but I'm not the most observant. I've made much worse errors than that. For example, I said that one of the distinguishing factors about the Lone Lands is its particular fauna, when what I meant was flora. the change in the color of the grass is your way of knowing you're no longer in bree-land. Where's Beast? He's still alive. Always a good sign. I'm very surprised about the trees. These are the kind of trees you would see in Africa, right? I mean, I get it, it kind of goes with the wasteland theme, but I don't know, maybe things are different in Europe. The, what, Cambridge area, is that what we're thinking? I just assume they style a lot of it after places where Tolkien would live near. Probably a ridiculous assumption to make. Tougher than I expected. Right. We are going to go into Bree and take a look at potentially some new footwear, because I'm very uncomfortable with our choices at the moment, which is, we have no choices. We have this. This is unacceptable. Look at those, you can't even see them. Look at those boots. Completely unacceptable. An elf has a reputation to uphold. Do I want to just... No. We're going to cross the river and go that way. This is probably not the most efficient way of accomplishing really any of our goals, but it's the way that I will find most enjoyable. And I hope you will too. Okay, ore. What kind of ore is it? I can't see it. Silver. Okay, good. That's a good sign. We may have made a mistake. I was assuming that would be a way up right here. I know there's one up here, but we may be sort of pushing it. We're drinking Heineken, by the way. Yeah, we can get up here. Heineken used to be my go-to drink. Now I just occasionally... I generally prefer higher gravity beers. But it will always hold a special place for me. Play around with our skills a little bit, because I haven't. Share the power. Okay, it does not enter combat automatically, which is interesting. I just don't see these as being particularly useful outside of a actual group encounter. Look alive, beast. Good work. Woad plant. I don't remember ever encountering a woad plant. What kind of dye is this? Oh. Huh. It's also yellow flowers for a plant used for making blue dye. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's probably fine. So yeah, looks like the pass really is a pass. I don't remember it being particularly obvious on the map, though. Yeah, this pathway doesn't show up here. Another one of those areas that I enjoy because it doesn't seem to serve any purpose, quest-wise anyway. Well, I suppose it's a good middle ground to resurrect, but I mean, there's no reason to take this pass in the game itself. And again, I find bree-land especially to be full of those kinds of areas. Oh dear. Alright, copper. So we don't need to be over here. Where should we go? Alright. We make for the village of Bree. We'll play around with what we have and then we'll head back out. I was really hoping there would be more of the barrow iron in this area. Shows you how often I've quested through here as a human character. Which is to say, not for many years. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a quest for that. I love the Checkwood. It's a place I love for no reason. And I love Staddle, as I've mentioned before. I guess Beast didn't survive the trip, did he? Oh, no. That's right. He is desummoned automatically, right? When I mount. How foolish of me to think that Beast could be defeated. Oh, lag spike. Okay. That is unexpected. Not getting much better, is it? Yeah, I'm having some pretty rough lag in here. It's really bothering me. I'm not sure how much is showing up, but this is always a heavily populated area anyway, but usually it's not quite this bad. Even with the stream on. Now, is this not a crafting area? Is there not a forge here? I mean, certainly there's a forge here. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. Wait, do I have any experience tomes by any chance? No. No. Doesn't appear to be the case. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, excellent. I didn't know we were close to leveling up. So we're level 27 now? Time flies. I remember when you were just so young, and I can't believe we're still using item level 15 armor. That's pretty pathetic, to be honest. I feel like I'm leveling up very quickly, though. Which, in all honesty, isn't a particularly good thing in my mind. Stay on our lightning pattern here. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Darn it. I don't know. I feel like I didn't get enough time. Or the crafting isn't scaling the way it should be scaling. but it could just be the way I played and have played this, the areas I've been in so far. The lone lands I expected to have much more ore. Jeez. We have way more gemstones than I expected, which is good, because that's going to be the bulk of our experience gain, it looks like. I really don't like that this keeps popping up. I'm not going to do this quest. It didn't push us very far, did it? Workbench. Okay. Am I the only one that doesn't particularly enjoy the sound of the jewel crafting? There's something slightly cringeworthy about the way it sounds. Well, we're definitely critting a lot on a, from what I can tell, completely, or at least as far as I know, completely useless resource that we're creating. I mean, is this a thing? Do I have anything that needs this? Bloodstone earring, okay, sure. Level 18, hey, this actually might not be a bad... Well, yeah, but we need a... well... No. Crit rating. Oh, it's not terrible. Physical mastery and critical rating is not terrible. But it looks like a single use recipe? No, multiple output. So now I have all these barrow iron ingots that I'm not going to use. I guess I'll save them, put them in the vault. I could probably make some money off of them, to be honest. Which, by the way, I did finally increase my gold cap. I think I did that after my last stream. But yeah, no more of that problem. I'm still a little confused about how that worked. I feel like something wasn't quite working as intended on my account. Lore Master Talismans. Alright, now, so this is what we were looking at before. This is, if we so choose, we have the ability to change the look of Beast, I believe. So the question is, do we want to do that? Would Beast be more interesting? Polar bear. You know what I think I want to do? I want to do this wild polar bear. I know it's wasting ingots that we really don't have. We shouldn't be doing that, but we're going to go, I think what we're going to do is go towards the Barrow Downs, where things will be a little, hopefully the ore in general will be more plentiful. But I want to make one of these. I want to see what the deal is. I don't know what a wild polar bear looks like. Oh, wait a minute. So these are separate. Is that true? Oh my lord. You're not the same bear. Okay. I thought Beast would just change. Are you significantly larger than my other bear? Hold on. Alright, let's get rid of that. Oh yeah, okay. Beast, you are significantly less beast-like now, by comparison. Okay, so now we have two bears. Great. Well, let's just shift this around a bit. Let's put that here. I might as well get rid of the bird. I'm never going to use the bird, but... Alright, so second beast. Hey, can't have too many, I suppose. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Huh. I'm getting lucky here. My critting has totally... pretty good return on that. It justifies the creation of the talisman, that's for sure. Oh, that went well. If we could just have that happen for the rest of our trip, that would be great. Alright, so we want to... let's go take a look at... the clothing vendor out here. Armor vendor. Let's see. Light armor. Light armor. This will... here we are.
What do you need?
We're looking for, I believe, Rivendell green. No. No, that's fairly hideous. That's reasonable. This looks like some sort of Santa elf cosplay thing going on down here. these are... Yeah, a bind on acquire item, I should still be able to use cosmetically, I think, even though I can't equip it. I'm gonna assume so. I mean, these aren't very expensive, so it's not as like I'm gonna waste my precious points on it. So we got a little strap going on here. That's interesting. Only goes up one side. I've never seen that on any real world shoe. But the buckle on the other one was similar, wasn't it? Yeah, what's going on here? We have no graphic on the outside of the shoes. I've never noticed this before. This is what happens when you play Hobbit characters, is you never get to appreciate the intricacies of footwear. Ha! Okay. Well, that's atrocious. You know what? Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. See, that actually looks way better than everything else we've seen so far. It's still a little bulky and ugly, but if we just had the dye, which I know I have, just not on this character, we could really we could possibly use these, but let's keep checking. Oh, level 65. This is just getting ridiculous. Let's see.
Is there aught which you need?
Oh. Eh. It's not bad. I don't like this gray. Oh well. Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright. Gah. These must be static colors. Just a little. These are a little too intricate for the outfit. It's just not going to match, I don't think. So here's what we're going to do. We're gonna just go get the dye and change the boots I have, I think, because they're not that bad. Question is, do I do this now? Do we want to log out and log into another character? I think not. I think we'll suffer through what we have.
What do you need?
Save you. We will continue as is. We will finish our crafting, and then the next time you see me, meaning the next stream you tune into, the boot situation will be rectified. Now let's get to know this character here. This is a very large creature. Alright, he's not going to cooperate, so... My goodness. close does he follow? Not too bad. It's actually perfect distance. Doesn't obstruct my field of vision in any serious capacity, which is good. We are on our way back to the Barrow Downs, where we are going to hopefully, and I'm not sure if I have any reason to think this should be the case, but hopefully there will be an abundance of ore. And if nothing else, I think there's plenty of deeds I could be working on over there. I love beer. Beer, beer, beer. Now, full disclosure, I have played, not in a stream, but there have been times where I've been playing the game and I was being much more liberal with my drinking. And every time I would finish a full beer, I would increase my level of perpetually increase my level of intoxication in the game until the point where I was struggling to play as it was, but also my character was, completely drunk. It made it very interesting. I feel like it's easier. It's easier to play a drunk character when you're also fairly drunk. But that's probably just in my head. I do want to, since this horse has kind of been with us for a while, maybe I should base an outfit around these colors. If I get some gold and blue going, I think that would be kind of neat. By the way, if anyone would like to contact me and answer a question, I'm wondering about the cosmetic system. I know that I can, pardon, I know that I can cosmetically equip heavy armor and medium armor on my character, but I don't know if I can only do it from the wardrobe. If an item has to be in my wardrobe for me to be able to, or, if it's a heavy item, do I have to be able to put it into my wardrobe first before I equip it, or can I equip it in a cosmetic slot as it is? Because I know there are certain items that you have to equip normally to bind to yourself before you can cosmetically equip them. At least if I remember correctly. Mainly asking because I can't get into my wardrobe at the moment. It's way full. And when I went from a VIP to a premium player, I only have 20 slots. And I have way too many items in there. Thankfully, it didn't delete the items in there. I can use all of them. I just can't add anything to it. So I'm sort of stuck with what I have for the moment, unless I want to shell out a ton of points for wardrobe space, which of course I will do eventually. Really? Come on. This how we're gonna do this? Oh, okay. So yeah, if anybody knows the answer to that question and would like to comment, that would be great. Jeweler is definitely going to be more challenging than weaponsmithing was. And the reason for that is the fact that the processing has to be done on the fine minerals and not on your sort of weapon crafty minerals. Like if I could process the barrow iron ingots like I could as a weaponsmith, this process would be over. It would have been over probably the first time I sat down to the workbench, to be honest. But because I have to use silver, which is significantly more rare, it's taking us longer. But the payoff is going to be worth it, I think. To have a reliable jewel crafter in my arsenal. Yeah. Well, what in the world do you name the bear that's twice the size of the bear called Beast? I mean, what would do this creature justice, really? How much silver have we found, by the way? I mean, I'm not too hopeful about. Whoa. Whoa. Why was the ground shaking? Silver ore. 3 chunks, jeez. What is this? Oh my. Elves? What is this?
Will you lend me your ear?
Oh. The age of elves is over, Geralad, and now the time has come for us to pass into the west. But ere we come at last to the grey havens beyond the land of the halflings, we wish to do what little we can to help against the shadow that is once again rising in the east. Long ago, the Witch King of Angmar sent many fell spirits out of Angmar and Ruadar to turn the Barrow Downs into a place of terror, and we sense that they are again stirring. We fear that more of these spirits have come with the intent of increasing their master's hoard in bree-land. We would have you enter the Great Barrow and send these spirits back to their master. The spirits will likely be found behind a door displaying a skull. Arthrongrath, the Great Barrow, is a terrible dread place. You should not enter Arthrongrath alone, for it is dark and a dangerous place. Take those you can trust. Well, what? How do I? Okay, good. Excellent. When we ever, if we ever, actually do the barrow downs, which I know I've said I want to do, and I really do want to eventually get to. It's just a matter of grouping. I would probably prefer to do it with a kinmate, someone who could also be on voice. You will die by lightning. Silver, excellent. Come on, come on. All right. Oh, I put myself in a situation. Watching the mini-map a little too much. I see silver. If we could just get to the silver. Good lord. That's a persistent chunk of wood. How far can we go in this direction, I wonder? Oh, well. New topic. We're getting killed by a tree. What are the chances there will be ore up here? Probably not very much. Good work, Beast. Wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not Beast. Please don't lose your temper at me. Yeah, you're gonna need a name. And quick. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not really such a thing as a wild paw bear, right? I mean, that's not a real breed of bear. Or, not breed, species, I suppose. Tainted field rat, really? Time I have to waste on you creatures. Please be silver. Nope. So now I'm curious. Hold on. Was that a single-use recipe? It was a single-use recipe. I didn't know if I could go ahead and make all three of the bears. We'll make our way back to the entrance. And depending on how we're looking on... Ugh, 6. Alright, here we go. Yeah. There's ore in these here hills. There actually is gold in them there hills in the Lowlands. I believe gold is our next step up here. So that puts us at... Nope. Let's see, 306. So quite a ways to go. I imagine it would be a particular kind of sick and perverse impact on a hobbit to see a barrow like this, because I mean, this is basically a repurposing of a hobbit hole, right? I mean, to come across the only thing in the wider world that would resemble home and have it be a place of the dead. I mean, it can't have zero psychological impact. I don't know. Maybe they feel slightly more at home among the Barrow Downs than they would in other places. I'm sure I have more than enough barrel iron. I mean, maybe. Well, this is nice, right? It's we really thought, at least I thought, that we wouldn't see the more well-populated human lands again for a good while. But look, we're back in Bree-land. Oh, jeez, these little ankle biters. You're not good at your job, Wild Paul Bear. Okay, wait. So if I have these larger versions of bears, can I get? Will I also get larger versions of like the Bog Guardians? Because that's kind of cool. I'm assuming these. Well, I'm assuming these are the same stats. I mean, they gotta be, right? There's no way that they. I mean, I guess it's possible, but unlikely. It's got to be just a cosmetic thing. All right, where are we at? We've got 12 and 800 billion on the barrow iron. I wonder if I could get a Bargus pet. That would be cool. I've never heard of a Bargist. Is that something that exists outside of fantasy games, or this fantasy game in particular. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of such a creature. Is it another word for just a generic wild dog, or... Alright. Still barrel iron. This is good. I thought I would have to go a little bit more north. My memory is not serving me very well. Oof. Neither, apparently, is my gaming machine, because the lag is still pretty bad. Look at this. Jeez. Putting out a high quality product, ladies and gentlemen. You can only get it here. We are getting very lucky with the silver, by the way. I mean, what are we at now? 17. 17's great. It is a great place to be. Is there a forge nearby? I believe there is. Forge, yeah. Huh. No workbench. Great. Just great. This is one lake. Why is Everclear Lakes plural? Hey, really, look. At the bottom, Everclear Lakes. I don't think it works that way, right? It's just a lake. Nicely done. Not beast. Okay, let's see. Get this over first. Critical success. Oh. That would certainly pay off. You know what? Let's go for it. Plus 12% critical chance. We got 4 of these things, so we blow one. Big deal. What's the time on that? 1 minute. Eh. I should have done it when I was near a workbench, so I could do both, maybe within a minute, but I don't think there would be much of a chance of that either way. Now this should push me over the edge in prospecting, and by quite a long shot. I should be able to make some decent money off of these ingots. I can't be sure, but... Oh, nice. I'm starting to crit now that I'm not dealing with the things that I actually want. Things aren't moving nearly fast enough on this job. Yeah, I'll say so. You've been working on the same project since, 2007, so... It is interesting dealing with things like the different time scale, because, I mean, I've been playing... Even if you... Well, does that change things? No, I'm second guessing, because my character hasn't been around for 7 years, right? Potentially he's only... Time only passes for them when you're actually playing the game. So in the 10 years that I've been playing, have I played my character enough total hours to surpass or even come close to the total amount of hours that the actual story takes place? Because everything happens once Frodo sets out from the Shire. Everything happens within a year, I think, right? Or maybe a little over 1 year. Should I check my total hours played? I don't think I can. I don't think I can bring myself to do that. I'll do it when I'm not streaming. I don't think I want the world to know that number. So yeah, we finished our prospecting. Master Journeyman Prospector. Oh, oops. Alright, good. Oh, 4, really? That's not gonna be enough. Jeez. Oh boy. Well, I guess we should just keep going. We'll make a look. Here's what we'll do. We'll make a loop. Come back down. Go to Bree. Certainly we'll have enough silver by then. 4 isn't terrible. I feel like we covered a lot of ground last time. We could even pull it off now. We could. We're just gonna skip the barrow iron at this point. Do I still need... Yeah, sure, why not? I was wondering if I should get rid of this bear follower. If he was going to do me any good, considering that I don't need the self-defense out here. But I think, you know, if he's willing to kill and loot corpses for me, who am I to get in his way? And knowing my luck, as soon as I do dismiss him, I'll be attacked by a swarm of wolves. Now, you may be tempted to think, if you've watched my other videos, that I'm really just using all this as an excuse to run around areas that I enjoy. And you're largely correct. I am sort of doing that. I've also lost my bear. And it hasn't hurt me so far, so let's just let it ride. It's fine. This is the way to the North Downs, Tristle Bridge. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah. It's straight down that road. Goes to the North Downs to Fornost, which is the it's a basically a abandoned city. Hey, silver. Fornost was the capital of the Northern Kingdom, and Gondor was the capital of the Southern Kingdom. And now Fornost is basically haunted. Of course, by basically haunted, I mean completely haunted. It's an instance. Alright, Eastern Bree Fields. Will this change the kind of ore we find? Let's see. Level 15. That's a good sign. We are now really getting into the parts of this zone that have no content whatsoever, really. I mean, up here, what is this? Let's mount up. I mean, there's really no questing that takes place out here, as far as I know. And I feel pretty confident making the assertion. Right. I see barrow iron, that's good. But look at this place. It's just empty wildlands. empty but for silver, of course. Whoa. It's quite the ravine. I don't think I remember any of this. Whoa. Alright, so this is the... Wow. That's impressive. I don't know that I've ever been in this exact spot. We seem to be much higher up than I thought. I mean, I guess we've been steadily going up a steady incline, but I didn't think it was this high up. Pretty good way to distinguish between the zones, I guess. Well, I guess it's not totally hopeless if you fall in. Seems to be a way up. This is one of those pieces of terrain where you just know there was a meeting. Somebody got a phone call by a game tester saying, "Look, this is not going to work. I've been swimming through this river for hours. Can you just jump in real quick and throw me a land bridge?" Or, yeah. You can definitely see how I have my my grass draw distance is not as high as it could be. At least I don't think it's all that high. I don't really have anything to compare it to. What is it at? Dance graphs. Landscape draw difference. Frill distance. High. Not as high as I would have expected, but it's very possible that I turned down a lot of these settings for streaming when I first started. That's probably what I did. Because generally I play in ultra high. See, this is not totally useless, right? I mean, I have definitely managed to take us quite far afield from, you know, where we thought we would be today. But, I mean, come on. There's a good chance that if you're a player of Lord of the Rings Online, there's a really good chance you've never seen some of these areas. And you might think, of course I haven't, there's no content, why would I want to? But come on, I mean, look at this. Yeah, come on. It's brilliant. And it's beautiful. And you're welcome. And silver, we have 9 chunks. So, God, just not a tremendous addition to what we already had, really. So we're in far Chetwood. Is it one of these silver? Barrel iron? Barrel iron? Is there a way back to Bree? There may not be. We may have really sort of boxed ourselves in here. Well, that's these trees are fairly exceptional. Oh, a road, good. Has to lead somewhere, right? Ooh, silver. Good, good. When I'm mining on horseback and there's no animation, I like to think that the horse is just licking the stone like a salt lick, and its coarse tongue is ripping chunks off. I mean, it could be argued that I don't understand horses, and I would counter that argument by saying, yeah, you're right, I don't. I'm terrified of horses. I swear I saw barrel iron. Okay, so wow. Look at these ruins. It's like a second Weathertop out here. And why are you such high level? I remember this, but I don't remember ever figuring out what the hell it is. Why these creatures are out here. This is a mystery to me. Traveling supplier. You know what I should have done is I should have gotten a second milestone skill and set it to Bree. So what we've done basically is we've gone all the way around and are now back in the. You have far Chetwood, which is obviously a slightly higher level zone, but Chetwood North. This is all part of the human, not the starting area, but it's not far after your starting zone. So you're dealing with very low level enemies here. I mean level 9, come on. So yeah, there's quite a lot. If you use it, if you play a human character, you do a lot in your first zone. Whereas, I mean, think of how much space we covered as a starting character, finishing killing Dim or Eri Lewin, and then traveling across an entire another zone, the Shire, just to get here. Almost back to Bree now. I'm sure it's annoying seeing the map constantly come on and off. By the way, if you're a regular LOTRO player, this might seem strange to you. This map is usually full screen, but mine is not. It's not full screen, and this is actually part of the add-on pack that I have, or not add-ons, but my my suite, basically my user interface suite that I'm using. One of the things that it includes is a smaller map, which I much prefer for obvious reasons. Gives you a little bit more awareness while you're using it. This UI also comes with, basically it simplifies everything, which I like. I like to have very little UI when I'm not in combat, and that's how I have it set up. My sort of UI philosophy is I want to be saturated when I'm in combat. I want more information than I probably need, and I want almost nothing in my actual field of vision when I'm not in combat. So that's sort of how I set it up. I think one can argue that having the two windows here, it might be a counterexample to what I'm shooting for, but it is worth it to me to have, especially when I am engaging in more social activities, to have this window separate and not to be interrupted by this. But I still want this. I want to be able to see what I'm gaining. So there is a method to it all. Let's see, which UI am I using? I am using... This was a set... I think it was the JRR UI set. Basically, there's a bunch of them. You go in, you can download all of them at once, and you can select which one you use. I use small bar because I like the small bar. Now, the one thing about my UI, I don't know why it's over here on the bottom right, why my bar's in the bottom right. This happened to me with like the second UI skin I ever installed years and years ago, and it's never corrected itself. So I don't actually think that this is the typical result you're going to get from using these UIs. It's just a particular problem with my game. Now, personally, I prefer it. I'm so used to it now, I would feel strange if it was in the center. But yeah, that's the kind of situation I'm in, UI-wise. JRR, small bar. And I also use, on my main, I use buff bars. And on both characters, I use, what is it, Palantir. Jeez, look at this. It's got more crowded. Let's get these set up. Excellent. Well, cross your fingers. If we can get some crits out of this, this might work out pretty well. What's our next ore type, by the way? I believe I know gold, excellent, and rich iron. I'm going to try to take it easy on the "there's gold in them there" gold jokes. I know I've already failed so far, but I do have a tendency to repeat myself. Excellent. We're at 38% crit chance right now, which is not bad. Oh, 25 now. I think we got this. I really do. Pretty good on the crits. We got this. We got this. Look at this. Oh yeah. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Garrelad is now a master journeyman jeweler, which is sort of a mouthful. He will be called an MJJ. No, he won't. That's atrocious.
What can I do for you?
Okay. I don't care about... Okay, wait. Ooh, do I care about that? I don't think I do. Alright. Yep. Sell all. That worked out very well. Let's get out of the city. Okay, so we are now ready. Almost. We do have the boot situation to deal with, but that will be done by me later. But we are done with Bree-land for the foreseeable future. And we are truly heading east towards Radagast. Maybe we'll get to Radagast next time. I hope so. But thanks everybody for tuning in who did tune in. And I will see you all next time.